And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Well, Brendan Rodgers is certainly losing the plot. Rangers Football Club are very much in his head at this moment in time. Of course, in today's video we will be going through that, everything to do with Brendan Rodgers, discussing it and all that kind of stuff. Well, it's also going over all the sort of latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours and taking a little look ahead. But yeah, let's start with what you're all here for, big Brendan Rodgers. Yes, Brendan Rodgers looks a bit like a broken man at this moment in time and has claimed that the Scottish media have wrote a story and wrote Celtic out of this title race and basically gave the trophy to us. Again, Brendan Rodgers has had it all his way in Scottish football, especially his first spell, and I think he quickly found out that he's not up against a Rangers side that were broken and were recovering like they were in 2016 and in 2017. Pedro Canacia and Mark Warburton, where he did hoover up all of the trophies. He's found out that this is a different era now, and it might not be as plain sailing as it once was for him. And again, look, he is snapping at the media. You've probably seen the viral clip already, and it's stated that the Scottish media have wrote his side off. Well, let's have a little listen. Let's cast our minds back to the summer, and then let's have a look at last night's clip as well.
So, for those that have been with me and always with me, let's enjoy the journey. For those I need to convince, I'll see you here in May. And then, thanks for coming. Hail, hail.
Brendan Rodgers is back as Celtic manager. He's telling us we can dream. And for everyone doubting Brendan Rodgers, he's told them one simple message: we'll see you here back in May.
A few moments later.
Because like I say, there's a story being written about this group. But we will write our own story.
Can you give us a bit more? You can't give us. You don't want to give us a bit more insight into that and what you mean by that.
No. You know exactly what I mean.
I'm actually not sure. I do exactly know what you mean.
Okay.
Can you tell us? People might be interested to know.
No.
But you're the one that's bringing that up.
Yes, absolutely.
So can you not give us some more on it?
Done. Good girl. Well done. Cheers.
There you go. He's done.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Oh gee. Wow.
So there, as you can see, I don't know where anyone, I spoke to any Rangers fan. Yes, we have a laugh and a joke now and then at Celtic being poor because they are absolutely ranked rotten and they have bottled a 7-point lead, as we've stated. That's why we've been begrudging or having a go at Celtic and kind of laughing at them, because they were the ones in September, they were the fan base tweeting out in September that the title was all but wrapped up. And then of course later on, yes, they did win the 2 Old Firm games, but have managed to bottle a 7-point lead and then seen Rangers go above them, so 9 points technically, and basically, yeah, that's what I've seen Rangers fans lauding and taking the piss out of, because Celtic were stating themselves that the title was already wrapped up. Now they're starting to see the competition. Brendan Rodgers can't, as everybody knows, in Glasgow, there's a good cop and a bad cop, and Brendan Rodgers has always been used to being the good cop, and now he's suddenly the bad cop as Philippe Clement has come into town, and he can't stand it. He seriously can't stand it, and as stated, this is just the start of his weekly meltdowns that I think we're going to see between now and the end of the season. But again, I did watch the game like many of you. I thought Celtic again were pretty poor, especially in that first half. And I seriously don't think, this is just my prediction now, and I'm certainly not writing Celtic out of the title race. It is going to be a title race, and it's going to go down to the wire. But I do believe that Celtic haven't got it in them. Their performances are very poor, and I don't think that they're going to recover anytime soon. Yes, they probably got away with one in Celtic time yesterday, of course, 6 minutes coming out of nowhere, added on to the end of the game to get their equalising goal. But again, I don't think that's enough to really cement themselves as a team that's going to go on and win the title. I do think Motherwell are probably one of the poorer sides within the division, and when they come up against a different match, maybe a Hearts away, then that could be posed a problem. They might not get over the line like they did yesterday. So I'm not quite worried about Celtic this moment in time. I'm quite laughing at Brendan Rodgers at this moment in time, but as I keep on stating, guys, it's all about Rangers, and we need to focus on our guard, and we've probably got a really tough test. I've seen a lot of Rangers fans take to social media especially after the Hearts game, and stated that probably tomorrow is going to be our hardest, on Wednesday is going to be our hardest match of the season. And I can see that. I do understand where Rangers fans are coming from, because Kilmarnock have actually been fantastic so far this season in terms of what they've taken points off of Celtic in terms of in 2 games ago. They've also beat Celtic at Rugby Park on that ground back in December. They also knocked Celtic out of the Cup, I believe. Yeah, they locked Celtic out of the League Cup, and they of course also beat us on the opening day of the season. So they are a bit of a thorn in the side of both Rangers and Celtic so far this season, and especially on that AstroTurf. And again, these guys are professional footballers. Rangers players are professional footballers. We know that we have to play sometimes 3 to 6 matches a season on a plastic park. So it's never an excuse now. We kind of already know that. But I just feel, a night game, Kilmarnock in very, very good form at this moment in time. Confidence once again after beating Aberdeen on that stadium at the weekend there. Obviously getting a point against Kilmarnock. And as stated, they've unbeaten since we beat them on the 2nd of January. So since returning from the winter break, they have been pretty relentless. And as stated, haven't lost the game since then. Their home record is pretty impressive as well. So again, we're going to have to be at our best. And I do believe, as I said, I do agree with a lot of the Rangers fans and believe that this could be our hardest test between now and the split, because if you look at the other games, not to be disrespectful, you're looking at the other league games after this Kilmarnock match. Motherwell at home, you'd fully expect us to go and beat Motherwell at home. Then you've obviously got the Europa League game, we've got the Scottish Cup game after that, but then we've got Dundee away, and no disrespect to Dundee, I don't really think we struggle at Dens Park all too often. Then we've got 2 home games, we've got Hibernian at home. Again, I do think especially the Edinburgh sides can cause a problem at their own stadiums, but I do believe that we'll get the job done there at Ibrox. And then we've of course got the Old Firm, not at Celtic Park, at Ibrox. Despite us and our Old Firm record so far this season has been pretty woeful, losing both of them. I do think we should be the favourites going into this game, hopefully win an Old Firm match. And then Ross County away, again, another stadium that we don't really struggle at. So I do believe if you're looking at the games between now and the split, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 games left to go. And I would say, yes, the Old Firm and, of course, the game against Kilmarnock is probably our hardest game, and the rest is more plain sailing. So get over this one. I'll have a lot of confidence in our side. I do have a lot of confidence in our side anyway, but I would say I'll have a bit more confidence as the season progresses, or the next games until the split. So, yeah, we need to focus on that and get the job done, of course, on Wednesday. Excited for another game to come around, and here's hoping Rangers get all 3 points. But that's all I've really got for you today, Rangers fans. Do let me know your thoughts on Brendan Rodgers losing his mind ever so slightly, and let me know your thoughts, your early thoughts ahead of Wednesday. Do you reckon we'll get the job done at Rugby Park? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Take care.